Today, we're gonna discuss a very important environment issue that affects all of us: overexploitation of natural resources. If the exploitation of ecosystems has long lasting consequences, this may negatively affect the provision of food, increase health hazards and risk of natural disasters, and more. Degraded ecosystems may be slow to recover or may not recover naturally, even after their exploitation stops. If we didn't consume the natural resources in big amounts, we wouldn't be worrying about the end of the world. If we produce a transition to sustainable harvest, we would not need to worry about limited natural resources. If everyone had seen that they are probably extremely materialistic and with a lot of money only thinking in their business, they wouldn't have done all this damage. There are more than 4 million miles of highway, around 5.6 million commercial buildings, and more than 60 million annual flights in the USA. If the people had known that natural resources are becoming more strained each year, they would have not taken down all these trees and habitats over the world. And that's just USA, which, although it consumes an outside share of the world's resources, accounts for less than 5% of the global population. If globally they had desired a higher standard of living, we'd have to build a new way of thinking and living. This scale said that the environmental devastation has increased dramatically in recent years. Other industries said that the gem and mineral mining also destroy the world's ecological sustainability, leading to deforestation and the destruction of natural habitats. Basically, everything comes back to the era of the colonialists who said that they see new territories as places with unlimited resources to exploit, with the little consideration for long-term impact.
Thank you for the information, Azalia. Now I'm going to talk about the causes of this important subject: pollution, overpollution, and overconsumption of natural resources. Nowadays, overpopulation is a real serious problem due to the fact that there are more than 7 billion people in the world. If the amount of people wouldn't increase every day, it wouldn't be a critical factor accelerating the depletion of natural resources. If the increase in population expands, the need of more resources and conditions will be necessary to sustain our lives. In addition, it contributes to increased ecological contamination. If some countries hadn't used more and more resources to industrialize and support their ever increasing population, they wouldn't have been depleting the natural resources and we have continue as long as the world population increased. If an increase in population and modern activities hadn't been a major contribution to the disposal of pollutions into the natural environment and value of natural environments, they wouldn't have been gradually exposed to degradation. Conserve Energy Future said that the uncontrolled release of carbon monoxide, nitrous oxide, sulfur oxide, and carbon dioxide, for example, may have resulted in the degradation of the ozone layer and global warming. Environmental changes with the resultant depletive impacts on the different natural habits. There will be millions of different animals and plant species that may lose their natural habits and are going to be closer to extinction if we don't do anything. The Industrial Revolution said that a large scale of mineral and oil exploration and practice has been gradually growing, leading to more and more natural oil and mineral depletion. If the exploitation of minerals have become easier, humans will have been digging deeper to access different ones. For example, minerals such as gasoline, copper, and zinc production are estimated to decline in the next 20 years. The peak of theory said that it also supports this fact by putting forward that there will come a time when the global will experience uncertainty on alternative means of foods owing to the overharvesting of petroleum.
So it's my turn to talk about two more causes: logging and industrial technological development. The World Bank said that the net loss of global forests between 1990 and 2016 was 1.3 million square kilometers. If the tropical deforestation is estimated to rate 1% annually, it will create damage, especially in Latin American regions. If the people had cleared the forest primarily for agriculture, the reason would have been different. And maybe it would have increased more population pressure. Through the deforestation, the planet not only loses trees, but also thousands of animals and great plant biodiversity due to the destruction of their natural habitats. Moreover, increased logging activities lead to soil erosion that degrades natural soil minerals. If the human hadn't cut down trees, it would have been a better place for the nature. But now it's time for industrial technological development. The present day world said that incessantly becoming industrialized as more and more countries make major technological breakthroughs. But if the technological advancements were faster, the world wouldn't have any problems. The industry said that when they release toxins and chemicals, they are eventually deposited in lakes, soils, and lands. As a result, if the byproducts and toxic materials are thrown away, it will alter natural habitats such as aquatic systems and wildlife. Examples of the impacts include acid lakes, dead zones, and the death of wildlife as well as aquatic life. Industrial and technological advancement have also driven the demand for virgin materials for research, development, and production. If there were other resources, they would have been used to satisfy the industrial demands, increasing the rate of the natural resources depletion. And that's it for today. Thank you and have a nice day.